Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the webinar on how to make money out of your blog. Today, we'll go through some of the slides. These slides will later be available on YouTube. So let's begin. So how can you make money out of your blog? Generally, when we blog, we are not expecting to make money. We generally blog out of a passion. But what if your passion can make you money and make you into a livelihood? Now, there's several ways where you can blog to make money, and this is a screenshot that I've taken from ProBlogger. Sorry. And this is a screenshot that I've taken from ProBlogger. And ways you can make money from blogging. ProBlogger has listed 8 main streams that you can do so. I am covering some of the main ones that are feasible in India right now. So the first way you can do blogging is through AdSense. Google AdSense is an application where you can actually go to Google, sign up, and then allow Google ads to be displayed on your website. But of course, because it's Google, there are several regulations and rules, and some of them are here the listed resources for you to get to start up. This will be available later on YouTube in the Hangouts. Comments that you can have, you require for Google to let you put its ads on the one side. First of all, you should have unique original content. Secondly, it says that you should have an active website for at least 6 months. There should be some engagement, like people should be liking it. There should be some conversation, comments on the website, or people should be sharing the content, which shows that, okay, this website is of some credible value. And finally, one of the requirements is that you should have the ownership of the site. Why do you need to have ownership of the site? That is because you need to make changes in the HTML, in the coding, to add the Google AdSense. And if you don't have control over your website, then it's very difficult to do so. If you have your website, or if you have your blog on YouTube, or let's say Blogger, you can automatically use that account to sign into AdSense. In India, you need this site for at least 6 months, but if it is a credible website, sometimes we've seen that even within 3 to 4 months, you get approval for AdSense. The criteria that we have found works fast is that you are blogging regularly, you have great content on your website, and people are responding to that content. The next way you can make money is to sign up for affiliates. Now, what is affiliate marketing? Marketing is when you put up a link on your website and someone clicks on that link, so you are paid a commission. Now, here are the resources for affiliate marketing that I could find in India. Some e-commerce sites like Amazon and Flipkart have affiliate marketing links. And the last website is a website where I found the affiliate programs that exist in India. Types of affiliate marketing. You can market through e-commerce. You can do it through affiliate networks like Shadi.com, and then you can have private affiliate programs. Now, suppose I am a work-from-home blogger, and I get approached a company that sells a transcription to me and say, okay, promote my content, promote my website on your blog, and any link, any purchase from that, I will offer you a 50% commission. E-commerce and private affiliate programs are actually the most streams. In e-commerce, now suppose you're blogging about parenting or you're blogging about childhood rearing, and you can link up, with Huggies or whatever from on e-commerce, and then you can promote that product on your website. Once people buy from you, again, you get 10% of that. So this is how affiliate marketing works. The requirement for success in affiliate marketing is that there should be some substantial traffic to the website. The ads are contextual. Like if you are writing a parenting blog, you cannot sell iPhones. Buy iPhones from you. They might buy, iPhone apps for children, but they're not going to buy iPhones. The promotion should be very subtle on your blog. People get put off when they find links that exist or that do not exist. There are irrelevant links or there are too many links to other products. People start focusing more on the affiliate rather than your product or the content on your blog, and you don't want that. And of course, the other thing is that you need time to build. Blogging, or even for that matter, any kind of marketing doesn't happen overnight. So you need time to build traffic, and most affiliates are successful only when you have a certain amount of traffic, and that traffic limit we found, though it depends upon the niche, but at least you need 4,000, 5,000 traffic to your blog to be successful. Next way you can make money out of your blog is to have sponsored content. Sponsored content on your website. And what is sponsored content? Sponsored content is the content that you're putting on your blog, and that refers to any kind of content, and you're taking money for that content. So these are the kinds of sponsored content. It could be a guest blog post with links. So if you're giving them a no follow link, you say, okay, pay me so many dollars or so many rupees, and I'll post, or you can post that your blog post on my blog, and we'll link back to you. You can do reviews. Suppose I come up with a new product, and maybe a beauty product, and I want endorsements. So I can go and say, okay, can you please review me? So you're getting paid to write that review. So it's a kind of sponsored content. Or you can introduce a product. You can make a video of how you're using a product, and that can be another kind of sponsored product. You can do event endorsements. This happens especially with local websites where there are lots of local events going on and people pay endorsement. Or you can even have, think out of the box and do sponsored tweets, do sponsored FB posts. But all of that will again depend upon the kind of people or the target audience that is following you back or that is responding to you. So whenever you're thinking of building with your blog, you have to be thinking about audience profile. To be successful in content, for sponsored content, you have to stick to your niche for the kind of content. And you have to vary the types of sponsored content that you do on your website, because sometimes audience finds it too tedious. They immediately make out, oh, this person, now she's getting money for this, and so she's sponsoring this product. So keep on changing the kind of sponsorships that you do. Keep building. Don't lose your credibility. Be honest. On your website, you should have a proper PDF where you develop a transparent pricing policy. And there should be do's and don'ts. Like you should have I don't have, promote smoking products dealing with drugs. There should be what you don't do. So that kind of credibility should be there for all your audience or for all your readers to see that, okay, this person is a credible person. And even if they are promoting a product, it does make a difference because they is actually using it. The next way to do it is through advertising. We can do blogging, advertising. Again, whatever we have talked about from the beginning is all about advertising. But one of the differences that we have here is when we are talking about advertising on a blog, we are talking about banner advertising. So suppose you open a blog and you see a big banner right on the top, link to your website. It could be through AdSense. It could be an affiliate link. It could be a sponsored content link, but it could also be a simple banner ad where when you click on that ad, it takes you to a different website and you are being paid for that click. When you are, so the do's and don'ts in banner advertising is that you have to have certain kinds of shapes, sizes in mind, and the placements. So all of that should be transparent. And in this resource list, there is a ad rate list that is currently followed in India. Of course, in the end, it depends upon what niche your website is in and what is your audience, the size of your audience. But the best way, in my opinion, you can make money from your blog. The other things that we talked about right now were not dependent upon others. But when you create your own products, you are not dependent upon others to make money from your blogs. Now, let me give you an example. Now, suppose digital marketing is my passion. I work day and night on digital marketing. I have good experience. So I can use that experience to teach others through my blog. I can also write an ebook and sell it through the blog. I can do consultancy. I can teach you all through tutorials, and I can charge you for that. Similarly, if I'm a school teacher, I can prepare school lessons. Enthusiast, I can prepare lessons on how to kick a football or how to play golf. If I love cooking, I can have create a cooking course, a bakery course, create an ebook, a recipe download. If I am adept at gift wrapping, I can create a video series with different kinds of gift wrapping. And then I can teach others. If I'm an artist, I can make printable posters. If I am cooking, and I can cater locally. If I'm a graphic designer, I can sell my designs online. Besides teaching you how to do, or if I am just a good, well-educated person and I can offer to do, create holiday homeworks for teachers who have to create. So I can be selling from teacher to teacher. So many examples of products that you can create from every niche of your website. The trick is to give quality content to your readers in the beginning so that they know that the product that you are selling will have greater value than what they're already reading. The initial road, of course, is uphill when you're creating your products because creating a product takes a lot of determination. It is very tough to do so. It is time taking. But if you are starting, you ask for feedback. And in fact, I found that if you have one positive feedback, then you request them to post online and they do it if they're happy with you. That becomes the starting point of your selling the products. And initially, it is not necessary for you to have a shopping cart on your website unless and until you're determined from the beginning to do it professionally. ATM, M-Pesa, or whatever. And later, once you have a continuous clientele, then you can integrate the third-party secure shopping carts, or you can even do it through Facebook. The other way which we recommend that you have your blog or you can make money from your blog is through memberships. See, you give a kind of certain level of information, and then you say, if you want more information or if you want more specific information, you become a member. To become a member, of course, you'll have to be paying. And to be a member always, there is a recurrent kind of pay. So consider this membership as compared to the others where there is no recurring payment. Depend upon your efforts. But here, because people know that you're going to be continuously providing an upgrade for lessons. For instance, let's take Khan Academy, which teaches mathematics on YouTube. It started as a blog, as a passion, and now they are making money out of it through the membership site. Easily do it. They teach very good mathematics, but to have an upgraded lesson, you have to become a member. So these are the resources that you can use for a membership site. All of this will be available in the Hangouts video that will be there, and you can refer to them. teach or when we create content, the core is the audience. We are selling to an audience, we are building a credibility to the audience, and that audience is built upon the topic of interest. The way to monetize your blog will be the intent to sell. How do you intend to sell your blog? When you are selling your blog, if your topic of interest is not according to that of the audience preference, there is no credibility, there will be no sales. So you have to pay a lot of focus on building your audience when you are going to do blogging and when you're going to be seriously blogging. So do you have any questions right now? Do you have any questions right now? Can you hear me? So these topics of interest now has just one core point. And this, to build your audience, you have to have the passion or the interest to a passionate level, because that will relate to your audience. You can connect to your audience only if you are passionate about what you are writing or whatever content you are creating. Passion isn't enough, because passion gets us carried away. To keep us logical, we need research and we need ideation. How do we do research and ideation? I have a sheet here, like how we create a content idea for DMIOA. You can see we have first identified the keywords, because in the end of the day, we know that people are searching for content via topics. Then we have another section where we say, okay, these questions were asked during the webinar. Then we take our ideas from a competitor. We track the social media hashtags. We try to see what the audience is talking about when we go to other platforms or when we see other platforms. And then we turn it into a suggested headline. All of this in our, at least DMIOA, is classified through categories or through the keywords. This is how we work. After that, we do the research. We use BuzzSumo to do our competitor research, and we use BuzzSumo also to identify influencers in those topics. For instance, last week I was asked a question like, what is influencer marketing? So what we do is we take BuzzSumo and we go and find out who are the leading people who are writing about Facebook advertising. So we found those influencers. Then we follow them. We see what are people asking? What questions are people asking them? What topics are they writing on? What hashtags are they using? Then we take that into our ideation sheet, and then we put it there. And then with that, combined with a research of several sites, we come up with a topic. And when we come up with a topic, it's just not that topic. We need to find the feasibility and the viability. Have too many people written on the topic? Are we going to say something new, or are we going to say the same thing? Because if we say the same thing, who's going to come and listen to us? So we have to give a new angle to it. Or should we do this topic because we always get too many questions on this topic and people don't understand it thoroughly? Infograph? Should we do it as a video? So there are lots of things that go into creating content. When you think blogging, it's not just text. Blogging can be anything. It can be on any medium. You can write a small snippet on Facebook and a large article on your blog post. But both can be forms of blogging. That Facebook is a teaser and it is taking the audience to your bigger blog post. On YouTube, you can use YouTube as a channel to express your views. You can get a following. So don't limit yourself when you say blogging. Blogging is combined with other social platforms. And blogging is social media in a kind of way. The most important thing to make money out of blogging is to have the proof of the audience. And you have to use analytics to do that. You have to get email subscribers to do that. And you have to get others to mention you. Why? Because when you approach others for advertising, you have to build that credibility. You have to show them, see, this is the proof. I have so many visitors. My visitors are 50% female. My visitors are below the age group of 30 years. So this is how the advertisers want to target. Similarly, when you say, okay, I have a subscription list of over 5,000 students interested in digital marketing. I have a subscription list on Udemy of already 10,000 students have taken me and I can contact them at one go. We can talk. Then we can get others to mention you. We can add proof of why people like your blog, why people are benefiting from your blog. And you should have all of that in your advertising document. And that document should be a regular document, a PDF, which you can send to anybody on request with the different kinds of formats that you advertise from. Because when you are trying to monetize your blog, you are not focusing on just one channel. You have AdSense, you might have some one-to-one affiliate links. You might be getting sponsored content once in a while, because these are all the multiple channels. And especially when your blog is new, not many people know you. It does not make sense to focus on just one channel of money. You have to include all the channels of money. So this audience proof becomes very necessary, because you are reaching out to people who are going to pay and they want proof, like why they should pay you. Should have your proof ready even before you start your blog or you start building your content. According to Neil Patel, these are the 6-point. He uses the 6-point persuasion framework for creating credible content on a blog that audience will like, that audience will come back for. Please your audience. He said it's likability, credibility, urgency, authority, reciprocity, and authenticity. Likability. Most of us, like when I open someone's Facebook post, to me, oh my God, what a perfect family. This person is always enjoying with his wife, enjoying with his girlfriend, enjoying with his spouse. This person is always, a good daughter, a good son. But ability, that creates an envy. That creates an envy. Likability is being human. When you create anything human, you tell them of your failures, you tell them why you failed, you tell them how you overcame that failure. That makes you likable. You should be telling your story as a human being, not as a perfect being. Credibility comes in your article when you are quoting sources that endorse your point of view. In the beginning, especially, you should be quoting influencers who endorse your point of view. You should be supporting your post with facts and figures or data available. Sense of urgency. Act today or prices increase. To download this book. This free book is offer valid only for 2 more days. Similarly, when you reach a certain stage, you have to build an authority and you have to show that. You show them, okay, I am working my company, and this is my authority, and this is why you should believe me. Comes from engagement. When you are engaging, mentioning others, they are going to mention you back, and this is going to again increase your. It is very okay to quote a competitor also. We have done that several times in our blog, and competitors have quoted us back. It's not just one, that reciprocal act in the online community still exists. All of this makes you a more authentic person. What you practice, you become authentic. So we talked about creating the content and what points to keep in mind. Now we talk about the core. Your audience will never grow in a day. It will always grow gradually. One of how to build your audience is we recommend when a client comes to us, we start building relationships even before the blog is up. Once a client comes to us for marketing, identifying who are the influencers, we start networking. We create a Twitter channel, we create a Facebook channel, Instagram, depending upon whatever the niche is, and then we start networking, even before we have a blog. Meantime, in the background, we start building the content on our blog with the respect to whatever we've covered earlier, like what content we should publish, how we should publish, what should be the medium. So we start building our library on the blog without letting others know that, okay, content is being created on it. Step 2, we start engaging on posts of others. And during discussions, because we've already done the background research, we know what the audience is talking about, we start linking to the posts. We think that the approach to, water table management or whatever is this. For more, see the blog. Influencer marketing should not be restricted to just marketing on Facebook. Each channel has its own sets of instruction to how to identify influencers on each channel. You can check out this blog post. Similarly, you can start tweeting your blog posts. You can post summaries of discussions. Some topics have really heated discussions. So you can post an impartial summary on social media and then again ask people their opinions because it was already generating such a big conversation. You can again ask them to share, ask them to come back to you. So you are reaching out to a different audience on each level. In step 3, when you're building a content series, the guest blog post to some parts. Build a content series, part 1, part 2, part 3. How to market your site using videos. Part 1, part 2, part 3. Where part 1, you cover the basics of what equipment you require. Part 2, you cover the kind of content, the lighting, there are some technical parts, the SEO part. Part 3, how to generate your content. So in 3-4 parts, that becomes an ebook for you. So some parts you can depending upon the guest blog, approach them for guest blog posting depending upon the different parts. A technical site would love that technical part for video marketing. A marketing site would love the final part where you're choosing content. So you're interposting the same content series on different sites, and linking to them or linking to the blog. Then what happens, once you go through that, you can bundle it into a series ebook and subscribe whoever download it, to your blog. Then you can let influencers know about your blog post. If you've created a good blog post on your website, you can send that to the influencer and ask their opinion. Ask them to, they in fact tweet about it. Another big point that most of us, when building audiences, do is to ignore building partnerships. Be building a subscriber list, a list of people who you can reach out through email when you are promoting a product or even when you are making your own product, promoting your own membership site, or even doing affiliate marketing. Doing it on the blog is fine. That is step one. But nobody is convinced at the first step itself. So what if you follow it up through email? What if you give them a special discount through email? You should have blog subscribers. Just readers is not enough. And to increase your blog subscribers, one way is to have link baits on your website where you create a bundle of content, and every time somebody downloads it, there's a form to fill and they are automatically subscribed to the blog. Or you can approach others for partnerships. How can you do that? Now, suppose my hobby is gift wrapping. So I can go to a gift that sells gift, and I can say, okay, for anybody who asks for gift wrapping, can you refer me? And I will refer I will promote your product on the blog. For example, I am a blogger who makes jewelry at home, and she is a gift wrapper. They can combine their lists and reach out to the gift wrapper, can combine, okay, so I can wrap these, your gifts, and this is how I wrap them. And the person who's creating jewelry says, okay, look how nice these gifts look, how nice this jewelry looks when it is gift packed like this. So you can do Mom Day specials and whatever specials. If I'm a blogger, I'm writing about parenting, parenthood, how to bring up the child, I can go to any person who has created an app, and then I can say, okay, so you have so many subscribers to your app, you need content for your app. See, I will do this. You can use my blog post for content, and I will endorse your product in my list. So through these partnerships, you are building your list. I have seen people who are now seriously into blogging invest some money into building your list. What they do is that they create an e-product project, generally in a downloadable form. They advertise through Google AdWords, and any person generally is added to their blogging list. And once they have a list of, say, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 people, then they go in for partnerships. So if you are serious about making money out of your blog, you have to apply your brains to think how you're going to build into partnerships, because that is the fastest way. And after you have done those partnerships level, you have to do now is you check your engagement levels for your content. Are people responding to your content? Are they sharing your content? How is the traffic to your blog? Do you think 1 in 100 people can buy a product? Biggest sign of if you have arrived is like, are you being voluntarily contacted for information on your niche? If you are, that means you've arrived, and it is time to turn your blog into the money-making machine. Because why? You're getting audience, you're getting talking offers, you're getting offers to speak, and you're getting paid for it. So your blog is resulting again in money. When people start contacting you to speak, or when people start asking you for your articles, then you know, okay, I am now connecting with the audience, and this audience is now ready to engage with me, is ready to be monetized for. So in the summary, there's planning, persistence, opportunity, because when you are making a blog, are already in the advanced stage and you have good articles out there on your blog, if you're starting from the zero, then it will take at least a year in our anticipation to let you start generating money from your blog. But then if you're sitting at home, generating content, doing what you like, and generating enough money to keep you going, nothing else. Have this in mind, try and keep all the channels open. Don't close channel. Don't say, okay, I'm already sponsoring, doing affiliate links, so I should not do sponsored content. Do it. Maybe not in the same week, maybe after 10 days, but you should be doing it. Keep the bigger picture in mind. if you're planning to, make money out of your blog, the minute you start your blog, you should always keep the bigger picture in mind. Like someday I have to monetize my blog, because then you will be investing in the right kind of technical software. One small bit of advice: never compromise on content quality, at least in the beginning when you're building your credibility. Towards when you have arrived, somehow you create that level of content already. And if not, you can post small posts, to keep people engaged. And you have so many influencers, you have so many requests for guest blogging, that you're not creating that kind of content. But don't compromise on the content quality. So this is all for today. If you have any questions, please let me know. Hi, I can see we have participants. Is there anyone who wants to ask a question? Not regarding this, but regarding your coursework or anything? If yes, I cannot hear you. Can you please type your question? Hello, is there anyone asking a question? Hello, is there anyone asking a question?